Hey, what is going on, everybody? You already know it's a new show. Why do we always say stay tuned out of the box? Make sure you share, like, share, subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you're out there, we are on. This is why we say it. It's a new show debuting. My name is Paul Spencer. Of course, I'm with my man Danny on Wheels there. Guys, it is the NFL Weekly Pick'em Show, the NFL Challenge. You guys notice one thing on the screen there for all you great viewers? Did you guys notice there's one word misspelled? I just want to see if our viewers would pick up on that. That's the first challenge, Dan.
Yeah, I could already see it.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. All right. All right, Dan. You ready to get involved here? Are you ready, Dan?
Yes.
All right. Well, Dan, listen, man. We're going to make this a very quick show. This is probably going to be the fastest 30-minute show that we've ever done here. We always say that, but uh, let's get into it, Dan. NFL season starts tonight. The one thing I want to ask you, I know we talked about this backstage, but is Kelsey in or out, Dan? Let me turn this on for a second.
He's a game time decision as far as I can tell. And
Game time
obviously that's
decision.
the number one target.
Yes,
And,
100%.
so that's going to change your offense, but I still think KC's going to win this game.
All right.
But
Okay.
that's big if he's not in, obviously. But somehow, some way, they'll make up for it.
I
They
agree.
typically do because
I agree.
they're just a professional team. They're really good. So I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're playing someone really good, it might. I just think they're better than Detroit. I don't know how Detroit's defense is either. So
Yeah, I mean Detroit's. They got some pieces out there. They went out, first round, got a running back, got rid of DeAndre Swift, of course. But to me, I'm not sold on the Lions yet. I think they are going to be good. But listen,
I agree.
you're going against the damn champions right here, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
And the only thing that scares me, Dan, is one thing. Let's say if Kelsey's out, how fast can that offense change? Because 80% of that offense runs through Kelsey, though. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
That's the
It
only thing.
does.
That's the only thing I'm worried about, honestly.
Who's their backup tight end?
I don't even know.
I have no idea because I don't follow the Kansas City Chiefs. So
I don't even know, honestly.
maybe they have a guy that they think that could not be Kelsey, but be effective at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a heavy dose of the running game too. I mean, I like what's his name, Pacheco. I like him as a running back.
I like him.
I do like him. So Dan, you know what? Where are you going to go? You're going to go Chiefs?
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run tallies all season long to see where we stand. Week to week out there. We'll read comments. After every one we pick here. There's Steve Laughlin. Checking in, you can check out Woot Woot. Week 1 is here. You already know, and the great thing about him, he's playing a scrub team this week, so he might get a win this week. Dan, I'm watching the Commanders.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Also, let's see. We got Bubba Watch checking in. Hey, Bubba, what's going on? First game tonight. Can't wait. Can't wait, man. Also, we have Bubba Watch. Oh, he's got the Chiefs as well. Chiefs, guys, if you're out there, please give us your opinions too. Bubba, I'm going to write them all down, but you know what? Send me a message. Send me a message. You think 24-10?
28-10.
28-10. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit. I don't think it's going to be high.
Change that. Go ahead.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go 27-17 Chiefs here. That's where I'm going to go.
Yeah, because I know that Detroit's offense is good.
Mm-hmm.
But are they going to score 20, 30 points? I really don't know. But I would say like 31-17, something like that.
Okay, so you think the Chiefs are going to score some points still without?
I think the Chiefs are going to score points even without Kelsey. I don't see them not scoring points.
So if he's playing, he's not going to be 100%. Dan, are you going to bump it up to about a 40 point if Kelsey plays? No. Okay, you're going to stay where you're at. Okay.
No, because he's going to be limited.
Gotcha. Okay. Matches Malone. Ken Fry says I like the Chiefs tonight, 28-24. So he's got a pretty close game there. Definitely a close game.
Yeah, they could score on the Lions. I just don't know about their defense.
Yeah. Bubba says, I'm not only going up against the champs, they're facing them at home, too. Exactly. I mean, I don't know if they're raising the banner tonight. Are they raising the banner tonight? Dan?
I would guess so.
I would probably think so.
It would make perfect sense to me.
Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, but the Chiefs win in a shootout 31-28. I mean, listen, hey, you
possible.
That's one thing, Steve, he does the Commander Gridiron on Tuesday nights at 6:30. He knows about this team because they got Eric Bieniemy as the OC now from Kansas City. I don't know if that makes a difference this year to see what Kansas City's like, but we'll soon see, right? We'll soon see.
It's Andy Reid's offense. We all know that.
Of course. Yes, it is. I mean, I was watching something a couple of weeks ago on him that he scripts his first 15 plays. He's done that throughout, time with the Eagles. Everywhere he's gone, he's done that.
Yeah. A lot of teams do that because you want to see if those plays work, and then you got to change it up based on how the defense reacts and everything like that.
Exactly. Let's go to the next game. The Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons. This, Dan, if I had a coin, I could probably flip this one.
I don't know who's going to win this game. Who's the quarterback? Stroud? Who's the
CJ?
quarterback for the Panthers?
That is what's his name from Alabama?
Bryce Young?
Bryce Young. Yes, thank you. Mm-hmm.
He's a rookie. I don't expect him. And we got Ritter for the
Yeah,
Falcons.
yeah.
I am going to take the Falcons.
Ooh, you're going
It's a
Falcons
toss-up
on me. You're
game, I
going
think.
Falcons on me. You're going Falcons. Okay.
We got a rookie quarterback. Atlanta, I know, is not that good,
Mm-hmm.
but Carolina also is rebuilding again.
Very true. Very true. I'm going to be on the same boat as you here. I'm not. I don't believe in. I don't believe in the Carolina Panther with a rookie quarterback. I mean, I really don't.
I just don't trust it.
I'm going to go with Falcons here as well. I think it's going to be a crapshoot game here. Whoever can score, basically, that's going to be it right there. Yeah, I'm going to go Falcons. I mean, we're both agreeing Chiefs and Falcons so far, Dan. I think we both agree on that. But Bubba says I'm the same Panthers, but who cares? Exactly. I feel the same way. Like, who gives a damn
I
about
don't care
this
about
game?
that game in the
Yes.
least.
Carolina wins only because they have a better D. Okay, so you're going against the grain here. We both went.
I
We
don't
both went
care what you're
Falcons.
saying. They have Wilkes is the head coach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, this game here, I don't know. I mean, that division is just
toss up.
The division's just bad. I mean, it's bad. Now, speaking of rookies, overall number 1 pick. Let's talk about the Houston Texans versus one of the richest men in the quarterback Lamar Jackson here. What do you think here?
Baltimore.
You really think Baltimore?
Yep.
You sure? I mean, I might go with the Texans here.
Lamar Jackson's healthy.
Yes, I know.
And their defense is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to beat Baltimore. I think Baltimore's just more talented than they are, even though Baltimore had a down year. But when you have Lamar Jackson out, you're probably not going to win a lot of football games.
I agree. I mean, they've upgraded. I mean, Mike, what I'm curious to see, Dan, is one person on team. Yes, Lamar Jackson is like a highlight film. He's like a video game. The X.
Other people need to step up for them.
But exactly what you just said. The one person I really want to see step up is Odell Beckham.
Yeah, I think Odell Beckham will play well if he stays healthy. He won't be what he used to be, but he's a good route runner. He's still got somewhat speed. I know he tore both ACLs, but if he can stay healthy, I think he's going to contribute. He's better than what they've had.
Sure.
Hollywood Brown, I guess, is the guy they had before, right?
Yeah, Hollywood Brown. He's speed. He's not really a route runner, even though he played in Oklahoma. He's not really a route runner. He's a speed demon. At least maybe OBJ can stay healthy, and he can demand the middle. I mean, he is a possession receiver. We know that.
Yeah, now for sure. Mm-hmm. Back before he got hurt, he was a catch it and gone type of receiver.
Wow, Bubba says it's going to be a 34-7. Okay. I agree with that.
I think it's going to be something like that. You got rookie quarterback. They're well coached, the Ravens.
Steve says Houston. No, I'm only joking. I am going with the Ravens 100%. 100%.
Ravens.
100%. Yep. All right, let's move on. I mean, this game here, hey, listen, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow's nursing that little injury there, so he's projected to play. He says he's going to start going against Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns here. I mean, the Brownies versus the Bengals, a division matchup too. What do you got, Dan?
Man,
I'm going to go for. I'll go first. Okay, I'm going Bengals as well.
Just based on they're a much more complete team than the Browns are. I don't know what to expect from Watson. I think I'll have a better season, but I think the Bengals are just a better team top to bottom than they are.
I agree. And the one thing, last year I thought there was going to be a little bit of downfall with the Bengals, Dan. Joe Mixon, his controversy, his public, this thing, his what if jail thing that he had. That's a huge advantage that he's coming back fully healthy, nothing on his mind. He's been, negated of all his charges, whatever you want to say. But that's a huge comeback for him as well. But can Joe Burrow stay healthy? Because Cleveland likes to put pressure. You know that.
Exactly.
So if they can get pressure on Burrows and, make him distracted with that, what I want to say is test that leg first. Test it.
Well, yeah, you want to make sure you can take a hit. Because if you can't, then that it's not good for them.
I agree. Steve's Bengals win, but don't sleep on the Browns.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. It's how far Deshaun Watson takes him. That's what it's going to fall into me.
Yep, he plays well. They should be all right.
Well, Dan, let's get into Game 5 here, the game of the week. We've all been waiting here for the NFL season. Week 1, the Arizona Kyler Murray-less Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Commanders. Now, Dan, here's a weird thing.
all day.
Yes, I agree with that one. Now I want to hear Steve with this, with how bad this game's going to be. But I was looking at today. I was looking at a stat when I was outside doing something, and I went on ESPN, the Washington Commanders site. Dan, they had 6 starting quarterbacks the last 6 years.
That's crazy.
That is amazing, isn't it? I could not believe
it was Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
It
he
was
was
Kirk Cousins.
What's that?
It was Kirk Cousins like 5 years ago or so.
But ever since then,
it's been a revolving
door.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been a revolving door. It's insane. 6 starting quarterbacks in 6 years. That's damn. And you look at Brady, 19 years playing straight?
Yeah. It's wild he played that long. I can't believe he played that long.
I know. It's amazing. Well, we all agree on the Commanders there. I mean, you think this is going to be a rout? I mean, you can't sleep on Joshua Dobbs. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not sleeping on Dobbs, but I just think Washington is a really solid defense, a good front.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have good weapons. I think Arizona is a mess.
Dan, if this score happens, I swear to God, Cardinals score.
I would laugh out loud, but I highly doubt it. They could be like, we only gave up 2 points.
God. Now
and not even on defense.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, we 2-0, a safety. Like, are you serious, Bubba? That is hilarious, dude.
That'd be hilarious.
Steve says, now the Commanders Gridiron, guys. If you want to check out Commanders, Joe,
that seems realistic right there.
Washington 35 and McLaurin is good to go. Okay, that was I wanted to ask Steve that as well.
And they added Dobbs as well, right?
What's that? No, Dobbs is for the Cardinals. McLaurin is for the Commanders.
But didn't they add somebody? I just want to Washington add somebody at wide receiver.
I don't know.
I don't follow them at all. So
thank God the Cards game. He says, "Thank God the Cards game is not on TV up here."
Oh, it shouldn't be on TV.
Oh God, I feel sorry for whatever market you're getting that one in. Honestly.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. JK probably just joking, probably 14-13. Okay, I can see that. I think it's going to be a little bit more. I think Washington is going to put up points. I'm just curious to see how that defense plays because overhyped defense, healthy defense. I want to see what they can be. I really do.
Yeah, I think the defense is going to be pretty solid this year, top 10 at least.
Well, Dan, there's a lot of division games here. This is the oldest rival in NFL history here. Let's talk about it. Green Bay Packers, no more Aaron Rodgers versus a up-and-coming Justin Fields. What do you see?
I'm going to say the Bears.
The Bears? You're going the Bears, huh?
Yep.
I know we talked backstage. This is another toss-up to me. There's 4 toss-up games for me. This is probably my biggest one, Dan. God, man, do I believe in Jordan Love or do I believe that Moore is going to help out Fields?
No idea.
Exactly. I don't know
which way to go. The latter.
What's that?
Moore's he's not a rookie.
Yeah,
he's not a rookie no more.
Yeah, you're right.
They've probably been working on their chemistry all off season, all camp.
Mm-hmm.
So Moore's going to help him more than
Oh, they got Crowder. Crowder, that's right. Okay.
He's not bad.
He's not bad.
He's a good depth
Mm-hmm.
guy. He's probably their third guy.
Yep. All right, I'm going to go Bears as well. I think Justin Fields, if he gets out the pocket, just like we said backstage, he can extend plays, Dan. So I'm going to go with that. Jordan Love, I know he can extend plays as well, but sitting the bench for 4 years now, just holding the clipboard.
Hope you learned something.
I hope you learned something from one of the best.
Like Aaron Rodgers did from Favre.
Exactly. I mean, we'll tell. Mm-hmm. Bubba says, I will admit I haven't been following this year's offseason, so I don't know which teams are good.
Yeah.
I don't watch preseason. I don't watch preseason.
The Falcons, the Panthers, the Browns, the Cardinals, the Broncos, the Raiders. These are all teams I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
The
Bubba
Colts,
says, Colts. Bubba says Bears 28-17. I can actually see something like that. I can see that. Also, let's see. Last one. Toss up between who has the better D. I would like to see Green Bay win. Yeah, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game because I still don't believe in Justin Fields, and I don't know what Jordan Love's about yet. I really don't.
I mean, he has to really show that he could be a better quarterback overall.
Very true. But let's go, Dan. Let's go to Week 7 here now. Game 7 here. The Raiders versus the Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos in Mile High, Dan. In Mile High, where people can't breathe.
It's not Disneyland anymore. Let's see. Denver, I think the Broncos will win this game. They're at home.
Okay.
And I think Sean Payton, like I was talking about some people with some friends last night about Payton,
Hmm.
you know, how much is he going to improve them with his coaching? Because he seems more disciplined to me
Okay.
than what they had by the
Agree.
messages he's sending
Agree. Agree.
in public to Russell Wilson and stuff like that.
I agree with that one.
I
I mean,
think the Broncos will win the game. I think it'll be close, though. I don't think it'll be high scoring.
the only thing that's taken me away from this game, I know we talked about it, is Jerry Jeudy being out.
That's big for them because they
That's what I
need
mean.
weapons.
That's what I mean. That's something. I mean, we still have Devontae Adams on the other side, and we got my favorite player from last year. You already know Michael Mayer, baby Gronk went out to them.
Yeah,
So I mean, he's just like your Darren Waller, not to that expectation level yet, but he can still open that field, and
absolutely.
his catch radius is insane. To throw the ball, and he can get the
He's
ball. So
extremely reliable.
this is our first disagreement, Dan. I mean, I talked, in the green room. I said I was going to go with the Broncos, but I'm looking at a different angle here. I'm going outside the box here, and I'm going Raiders. Our first disagreement, Dan.
All right.
Well, let's see. What do we got here? Bubba says possibly my biggest upset this week.
He said 28-23 Broncos.
28-23 Broncos. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. It's not going to be a game that I'm going to watch, honestly, like my top 3 games, but I can see that. Steve also says Raiders win 30. They see he's on the same wavelength than I am here today.
Well, that makes sense for matches.
Of course.
But you could be right.
You know what? But some people do go against their teams. I don't know if I'm going to go against mine today. We'll finally find out later on. But again, this is going to be one of the games I definitely will be watching here. The Miami Dolphins
watch this game.
versus
this one's
San
on
Diego
national TV.
For the Chargers, yes, yes.
I'm taking. Is it in Miami
it's in San Diego.
or?
It's in San Diego or
LA. Hot as hell.
Yes. Well, I mean, both
I'm
teams
taking the Chargers.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Why? What do you see?
I think Herbert's going to be better this season. I just think they're going to be a better team. And I don't know about Tua. He's like one hit away from having a concussion again. But they have Tyreek Hill and they have weapons. I agree, but I think the Chargers will pull it out because they could score also.
I mean, Dan, they boosted that defense last year. They got Bradley Chubb, and this year when they went out and got Ramsey as well.
Miami or Chargers?
Miami, I believe they have Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they boosted it, but exactly what it falls on is just like you said, Tua. I
don't know about Tua.
Listen, it's week 1. I'm going to give him credit. I don't think he gets hurt week 1. Okay, I don't think he gets hurt week 1, Dan.
It could go, but I don't think. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami won. It's going to be a close game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I don't know about those. I mean, it's going to be a good. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it is. Let's see. Now, Bubba's got very close game.
Like Chargers, that, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Something like that.
But everybody's agreeing with you here. Chargers 24-16. Ken Price says that. Bubba says go either way, of course. And let's see. Miami is too fast on offense. I see. This is where I agree with Steve. I'm going to take.
They are very fast.
Our disagreement here. I'm going to go Miami because I think it's week 1. Tua stays healthy. If he does, then you know what? Then I won't bet on him all year long, of course. But there's too much speed here. I mean, Waddle, Tyreek Hill. It's going to be a track. It's going to be a NASCAR track meet. Is what this game's going to be. And my thing with the Chargers, if you can shut down Eckler and you can shut down Keenan Allen,
you're going to shut down Eckler.
That's the question too. If
I have no idea how the run defense is going to be.
I agree. So far, man, the last 3 games here we've disagreed there, Dan. So I like this. We're disagreeing
because I think all 3 of them will be close. The last 3 weeks.
I know. I can see that. Yep. All right, let's jump on here. Let's go on to the the second side here. But before we do that, Dan, this is halfway to the point here that we go through our show. How about we give homage to our great sponsors here? How about we do some sponsors real quick? Okay, guys, if you're a coffee drinker like myself now, Monkey Cold Coffee, 3 great flavors: Samartan blend, toasted coconut, toasted almond, excuse me. Oh my God, toasted almond, bourbon chocolate chip, one of my favorites. And guys, listen, we have a promo code for you. OOTB Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com. It's the best coffee out there. Coffee mugs, T-shirts, thermals, cold brew diffusers, K-cups, whatever you need, they got you covered. So get your Christmas is coming up. Get someone out there a great bag of Monkey Cold Coffee and make sure you use promo code OOTB Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com.
Dugout mugs, the ultimate game day mug for any baseball fan. Use the promo code OOTB Sports 20 for 20% off at the checkout dugoutmugs.com. Obviously, you can get any baseball team, any of your team on it, but you can also get a custom logo on your mug as well to enjoy during your baseball game, the playoffs. Have a nice cold beer or something like that in it. So dugout mugs today. Get your dugout mug today at dugoutmugs.com. Use the promo code OOTB Sports 20 for 20% off at the checkout. What are hurt 123? Attorney Big Al Jason Fine. If you ever have a motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's compensation, personal injury claims, give them a call directly. They have offices in 3 locations throughout the Pennsylvania and New Jersey area: Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Once again, when it hurt 123, Attorney Big Al Jason Fine. If you find yourself in legal troubles and you need him to help you out.
And last but not least, guys, take a look at our schedule here. Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, we have something every day. We even have something on Sundays, which we just included here. It's not on the schedule yet. But guys, Monday, 3 shows: Joystick Junkie, Silly Squad, Big Blue Power, which Dan performs on. 2 out of 3 there. Tuesdays, Commanders Gridiron with Steve checking in as well. Extra innings, all the MLB action. Of course, Ken Fry matches Balone on Wednesdays. The Bat Cave, Fuji's Philly Flair will be back in 2 weeks. College Football Frenzy just had Penn State, one of the writers and podcast hosts for Penn State football on last night. 8:05, the 215 boys with myself and Dave Yarnell, all Cowboys footballs. And tonight, right after the show, the NFC East table, trash talking, 4 teams, 4 hosts, 1 show. Friday night, the Atomic Drop podcast. Saturday mornings, 11 a.m., the Golden Dome podcast. And our newest show, the Vegas sports scene, is not no longer with us. And we now have the silver and black layer with Ken Fry talking about the Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Kings. And of course, once a month, we have the old school show. So stay tuned. And also Sunday, Dan, we're doing post games and pre games, most likely, for all the teams out there as well. So guys, man, we're always growing out here. So Out of the Box is where it's at. That's why you have to like, share, subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We're everywhere. Just like nobody knew this show was coming on tonight, but we thank all the viewers for checking in. We greatly appreciate that. But Dan, let's move on to the second part of the show here. Jaguars, Colts.
I'm going to pick the Jags.
Me too.
Rookie quarterback for the Colts. Richardson could be good, but the Jags are a more complete team. I also think Herbert's going to take a step up this year as well. Yeah, I'm going with the Jags for this one.
I'm not. We talked about the college. We did that draft there, and when Anthony Richardson went that high, Dan, we both were a little puzzled on that one. I think
Yeah.
I mean, what do you really think? He had 5 games last year that were good, and the rest were mediocre.
I think he has a ton of talent. He's got the prototypical size you want.
Sure.
He's extremely athletic, but I want to see how he's going to adjust to things he sees, in the NFL.
And the other thing, and the other thing is you lost your best running back. Jonathan Taylor's on the shelf for 4 weeks, with the whole
situation. So who's their backup? But, with a rookie quarterback, the first game, I really can't say he's going to – I'd be surprised if he plays well, but I think the Jags will win this game. Like I said, they're better coached. They have a more proven quarterback. So I think it's going to be the Jags that win this game.
I agree. One of my favorite movies is Remember the Titans, and Trevor Lawrence reminds me of Sunshine. So I think it's going to be sunshine all day. Ken says Jags 30-13. I think it's going to be something like that. I think we're in pretty much agreement. Bubba says 32-6. Yeah, I'm not sold on Anthony Richardson to the Colts right here. I'm really not. Let's see. Also, will not be playing tonight. Bubba says Travis Kelce will not play tonight. Breaking news.
I still think the Kansas City's going to win.
I think they are, but I mean, I'm not going to take it as a big. Oh man, a big match here, like score-wise. I think Kansas City still has too much weapons. I give credit to Mahomes, and I give credit to Andy Reid. I think they're still going to win this game though. But thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Just imagine he went. I what sucks though, Dan. Real quick, I did my fantasy draft where I think I told you before it's $1,000 buy-in. First place is $10,000. And every trade is $5. Every drop's $5. Inactive roster is $250, and it's $50 week to week, head to head. I had the 5th pick this year, Dan, and you know what son of a bitch I took?
What?
Travis Kelce. in the money league. Travis Kelce.
I think that's pretty high, to be honest.
Hey, he's a wide receiver, man. You know what I mean? He puts up points. I know. He puts up those points though. But damn it. So as soon as the show's done, Dan, remind me to go to my bench and take that son of a bitch out. Oh my God. It always fails me, Dan. Every time I get to like the top 3 pick, I take a running back. It never fails. He breaks his leg. You know what I mean? He always does it. Always does. It doesn't. Yeah, just do what I do. Don't do what I do. You know. Steve said, "Jags over the coast." I believe. I think the Jags will be in the playoff. I think they win the division, just like Steve said here. Eileen says Sunshine might do well against the Colts defense. See, I agree. It's gonna.
Yeah,
It's
they
gonna rain
don't really
sunshine.
have a defense, really. I think
They don't even have a team, honestly. You know, think about it. And they don't have Taylor, exactly. They don't have Jonathan Taylor tonight. He's off the shelf for 4 weeks. Could be longer. Bubba says, sunshine, sunshine. Oh, that's exactly what I feel there. All right, Dan. So we both got the Jags there. Let's move on here. Oh, my God. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus arguably the best wide receiver in NFL here, Justin Jefferson. But
the Vikings are going
Yeah.
to win this game, and Justin Jefferson's going to have like 160 yards and 2 touchdowns or something.
really,
He's that good.
okay. You don't think missing Dalvin Cook is going to affect them at all?
No.
You don't believe in Tampa Bay, huh?
Nope.
You don't believe in Baker Mayfield, Dan?
Nope.
No Baker Mayfield love.
Absolutely not. They don't got Tom Brady, and that makes a world of a difference, I think.
I agree.
You know, I know they were Super Bowl champs a couple of years ago, but I think the Vikings will win this game handily.
Okay. Ken Fry says matches. I'm just going to say Ken Fry. I'm sorry. Vikes 31-17. Steve says also the Vikings win. And the funniest comment I've seen so far, I believe in Baker. I believe in Mayfield's progressive commercials. There it is. That's it. I mean, the funny thing is he makes more money doing commercials than he does on the field.
I agree. Yep.
It's insane. It's insane. Bubba says 34-27 Vikings. So everybody's going Vikings as well. I'm going Vikings as well with this one here. I think it's a complete one-sided, lopsided game here. I do not believe in the Buccaneers. Well, speaking of another trashy team, I mean, they did go out and get, DeAndre Hopkins here. They got him. Tannehill's still on the ball. Of course, they have, King Henry here. But the Saints, Tennessee. Really? You want Tennessee too?
Who's the quarterback for the Saints?
You already know, Derek Carr.
I think Tennessee's going to win the game.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm missing from the Saints here is Kamara's on the shelf. Kamara's not playing.
The reason I said Tennessee tends to play well early in the season, and they fade sometimes.
Okay. You're going Titans.
So, and they have Derrick Henry.
Okay.
So I think he's have a good season.
Always rely on the running game if all goes it goes bad.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any
No.
stretch, but I think the Tennessee will win the game.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go Saints here. I think Derek Carr can throw that ball. I mean, even though he throws deep balls, I think it's gonna be Saints. I think it's gonna be kind of close. I'm probably gonna maybe like a 28-23 game. I don't think it's a blowout here. All the scores are coming in for us here. Bubba says Saints 19-14. Okay, I understand that one. Steve says Saints have a top two. That's the one thing too. Saints always have a great defense.
Last year they did.
Well, yes. they've had a top 6, top 7 defense in the league every year. I agree with that. Saints
and they've sucked some of those years and haven't won a lot of games.
True. I mean, they haven't been on offense. I mean, you can't believe in Jameis Winston, Mr. I steal crabs for a living, but Derek Carr, I'm going to give him the benefit here. I'm going to go Carr. I mean, I think he opens that offense up as well. So I'm going to go.
I agree with that also.
I'm going to go Saints.
Helps their offense.
Dave Yarnell, you can check him out every Wednesday night on the 215 Boys, every Tuesday on Extra Innings, and every Friday on the Atomic Drop. And also, he will represent my team, the Dallas Cowboys, in about 30 minutes on the NFC East War Room. Oh, Dan, we didn't need that. We didn't need that.
Sorry.
We didn't need that one. All right, let's move on here.
Hate week.
This could be no, it's not, Dan. I love you, brother. You're like my brother, man.
No, I'm talking about the Cowboys.
I understand it, but that's when you say that, it reflects to me, Dan.
No, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the team.
I love how you opened the show last night. They're like, fuck the Cowboys. That's your first words to me. Not, Paul, how you doing today? Glad you're back out of the hospital. Fuck your Cowboys. That's really good.
I included that also. It was both.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I thought you were going to save that for the NFC War Room, not the 215 Boys show. Where we asked you to come on and be a guest, not like. Whatever, Dan, whatever. Now, Dan, this could be a good game. Now, I live in the Pittsburgh area. Everybody up here is hyped for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year.
I think they'll be better this year.
I agree.
And who is playing quarterback for San Francisco right now?
Brock Purdy. I know it ain't Trey Lance. I know that for sure.
Purdy's healthy, so
they say he's starting. It's either him or Darnold.
If it's Darnold, they won't win.
Well, right now
San Francisco.
I looked at depth chart. They do have Purdy as listed as a starter. So
I think the
okay,
49ers will win. I think they're a way better team overall than
I agree.
Pittsburgh is, but I do think the Steelers will be better this season.
Okay.
But
Wow,
I'm taking the 49ers.
Bubba's got a high scoring game, 33-29 Niners. I can see that.
I could see that, but
Oh,
San Francisco's defense is good.
typical Dan answer.
Oh, whatever.
All right, I'm going to go Niners too. I think I'm going to go Niners too here. Pittsburgh still, we always know they're going to finish over 500. It's never not going to happen, but you're going to go out 0-1 here. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh fans here. It's very sorry. Very sorry. Steve has a shootout as well, 35-28 Niners. Wow, I mean, man. But that's a lot of points up against the 49ers defense.
That's a lot of points. I don't think this getting close to 28. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I think it's going to be a low scoring going. I'm going to probably go to like
17 at most.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like a 23-17 Niners win. I don't think it's going to be that great. I really don't. I don't know.
They play close games, San Francisco. They usually don't blow teams out.
Mm-hmm. Ken Fry says the Saints 27-23. Go Derek Carr. Wow, I never thought I'd hear Ken Fry say "Go Derek Carr." I never thought I would hear that. Never thought I would
my
hear
initials too.
Well, you know what? I'm curious to see when we get to a couple games here. I'm going to wonder if he's going to say "Go Darren Waller" too. That's what I'm curious to see.
He is guaranteed.
I bet he is too. I got San Francisco 17-10. That's the score I like right there. Something near that 17-10. I like that score. Dave checking out. I have the Steelers. Dave, you're the lone wolf on this one, brother. You're the lone wolf,
close,
Dave.
Man.
You're the lone wolf, 24-23.
I know. The 49ers are just way more complete than the Steelers are overall on both sides.
Yep, Pickett has a good offensive weapon.
He does. I understand, but how's their defense going to be?
I mean, they went out and got Joey Porter Jr. That's
but they're always well coached and they'll be prepared. I know that.
You can't go against Watt on the line too. It really depends if Watt can get pressure.
Not that matchup, no. I agree.
Then you're going to get that double team as well, which is going to open up a little bit more for the linebacker.
That's a key matchup in the game, obviously.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Ken says he loves DC. I know. I know that one. I know. You didn't hear it. You didn't read it. Very true. Very true. All right, let's move on to the team that what. Fuck the Eagles. I say the same thing you say all the time about this team.
Yeah, let's talk about. You're going to pick it. I know I'm picking the Eagles.
Well, maybe I won't. You know what? Maybe I won't, Dan. Maybe I won't.
It's going to be the Eagles, like 35-14.
You know what? Here's the funny thing.
They're going to kick their ass, I think.
As much as I hate saying it, this is going to be a rout. This is going to be a
the rout. Eagles are even more talented than the last season. It's a bad matchup for the Patriots. I don't care how good coordinator Belichick is. They don't got the players to play his defense right now.
That's the funny thing. Like you think about, okay, I always, we're a fan of the games. Yoda, Mr. Belichick, a guru of defense, always takes away your best player. But can you imagine him in the chalkboard room right now? Okay, here's what we're going to do, guys. Number one, we got to stop Jalen Hurts. Take away him. Hey, coach, what about DeAndre Swift in the backfield? Okay, well, you know what? Hold on a second.
Goddard.
Coach, what about Goddard? Coach, what about A.J. Brown? Coach, exactly. What about DeAndre Smith? Coach, what do we do? Guys, just go out and play ball. We don't give a damn, okay?
And their offensive line.
This is what is that one with basketball where they said this is a scheduled loss? I think this is a scheduled loss, Dan.
And I think the Patriots will score the least amount of points of anybody this week.
Really? Okay, so what is your score? I want to write this one down because I think this is going to be lopsided too.
35-14.
You think all teams are going to be over 14 points this year? 37-14?
No, I'm talking about just this game.
This is okay. All right. I think this is a rout here.
35-7. There you go.
35-7?
Okay. I don't trust their offense. A hole in the wall.
Okay.
The Patriots.
I'm going to go Eagles here. I'm going to go higher than you, Dan. Okay, I'm going higher than you. I'm going 44-13 Eagles.
That seems realistic. The Eagles
isn't it crazy?
They're that good.
Isn't it crazy when we say 44 points is realistic? Isn't that
I
crazy?
think that for them it's realistic. For the Chiefs it's realistic, fully healthy. For them versus doing, I think I don't think they're going to have the defense to stop them.
I agree. All right, we got 3 games left. Just comments real quick. Dave, you're a little late. Bubba already beat you to it. Kelsey is officially out. Yes. And the worst thing is I have Kelsey on my freaking draft, a big draft, and it sucks. Number one.
Well, oh well.
I love to see New England, but Philly, I agree. Philly is too stacked. I agree with that
Too
one.
good, man.
Ken says Eagles 37, 23. Wow, that's close. I don't think Patriots can score that much, honestly.
If Juju Smith-Schuster plays well, I think he's better than what they've
Patriots
had in
go
a
Pats
while.
489 483 8387. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shit.
I think
I know someone that probably agrees with me. They're gonna get their ass kicked.
right.
Couple Patriots fans.
Eagles are replacing a lot on defense. It may take some time to mesh, but
Yeah, Gardner Johnson, a couple of people, but their front is ridiculous.
That front seven is just
and their
nasty,
linebackers are good, but
they've upgraded. They've a lot better than last year.
Yeah.
Reddick is good off the edge, yes. New England, since watching
front's
Commanders
good.
game film from last year. Yeah, but this is that was this, like I say, every blind squirrel finds a nut one time, Steve.
You mean the Commanders versus the Eagles?
Yeah, that game when they won last,
Well,
they beat the Eagles
that's
last
a
year.
divisional game, though. All bets are off in some of those games in the NFC East.
But Dan, every blind squirrel finds a nut once in his life, right? I mean, you think about it, Bubba, on a real Eagles 35-20. That's, I mean, that you know what? That's a moral victory if you can score 20 points on this Eagles defense right now.
That wouldn't be a horrible loss for them.
Now, but the funny thing is we always have the lone wolf in the room, right? There he is.
Yep.
Dave Yarnell. Pats 28, Birds 24. Dan,
when's the last time the Patriots scored 28 points?
Oh, that was when they had Randy Moss.
I'm just curious.
But Dan, you know what? Remember that comment right there? Because he is jumping on your show in about 30 minutes here. So remember that comment right there, Dan. Remember that comment. Okay. All right, Dan, let's get into
man.
I don't know what this team is anymore. The Rams versus a top 4 team of mine.
Stafford's fully healthy, right?
Yeah, but there's no Cooper Kupp. No Cooper Kupp. No Cooper Kupp.
But Stafford fully healthy makes a big difference. But I'm going to say Seattle. It's in Seattle? Is it in Seattle?
Yes, it is.
Seattle.
Well, man. Okay, I agree. I have Seattle top 4 team this year out of the NFC.
I'm going to say...
I think it's a blowout.
31
to
14.
Okay, I agree with that. I think I'm about a 20-point win here because Njigba's cleared to play. Even though he had a surgery on his hand, he's playing this week.
Yeah.
He's playing. Dave says Zeke will get a TD this week. I don't know. I mean, the charity touchdown in the fourth quarter, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. I did say Pats would win, too. Good God. That's Ken says Seattle 24-7. I can see that one.
I think that with Stafford, they could score some points.
Yep. And you know what? Geno has weapons this year. He has weapons. I mean, Metcalf.
And they drafted who else? Njigba?
And Njigba Smith, he had hand surgery. He's playing. He's playing this week, too. That's a big bonus as well. But, Dan, you know what? How about we do... That's
ridiculous, man.
Dan, are you ready to do this? Dan?
I am ready, yes.
Are you ready to do this week here? Let's talk about this. We talked about this. We talked about it last night, Dan. And, of course, Sunday night around 7 o'clock, we'll be talking about it again. But, Dan, the Dallas Cowboys division game, week 1, go up to MetLife Stadium. Isn't that what's called, MetLife Stadium?
MetLife Stadium.
Oh, I thought it was JetLife.
It should be called the Meadowlands, like it was in the past.
Old school, yes. But Dan, where are you going? I know your prediction, but tell the world where you're going. I know you said last night Cowboys by a landslide, but have you changed your mind?
I did not say that. Typically, I'll pick against my team, but I said 31-24 or something like that. I think it's going to be a one-possession game. I think the Giants will win.
You actually wrote it down here.
Was it?
Let's see.
34, 27, 31,
where the hell
24, something like that.
Sometimes
7
I can't
points.
even read my own writing here.
The reason I say it is that the Giants were didn't get blown out in both games last year. I think
you have 31-24, right?
Yeah, touchdown.
Okay, okay. Yep,
last possession is going to win the game.
Who scores? Who scores the last TD?
Barkley.
Wow, on an RPO?
On a pass.
Barkley out of the backfield for a game-winning touchdown.
But who knows?
Damn.
They can get close enough where you can run it in. I think the team with the ball last will win.
Okay.
The guys have a lot more speed this year, so we'll see if it works out.
All right, well, here's the thing. This pains me to say this, but I'm going to probably say this. I speak real here. I have the Giants winning this game. I'm not going to change my mind. I think, Dan, as I talked to you last night, this game scares me a lot because of the fact that, Danny, everybody's been playing on your team, okay?
Yep.
Our offense has not played one lick of ball this season. and we know what
Giants have
Dak
a little
is.
bit.
They
Yep.
have, but a lot more than Dak Prescott. And the biggest thing, two biggest thing. Dak hasn't thrown a ball this year at all. We don't know game speed, what he's like. We don't know
Yeah,
that.
I don't like
But
that.
it scares me. It's a lot of rust coming in. And, we talked about last night. Dave said he'll be fine coming in the first quarter. Listen, you get down 7-0 and you have a bad game, that 7-0 deficit is hard to climb up no matter what you do.
And
But,
Wink Martindale's going to have him ready. He's going to throw a
oh,
lot at Dak.
we talked about that. What better way to pin your ears back and just get to the quarterback right away, not knowing what he's going to do, make him beat you. But
They have the weapons. They have 2 rookie corners, but I think they're more prepared to come after the quarterback more. Last year they couldn't do it because the back end was so bad.
Sure. I mean, like I said, the biggest thing to me is Tony Pollard. I don't know what he's going to be coming off that injury.
No idea.
The jump cuts, everything. His speed is on that ankle, and
that'll be limited.
And that is his weight-bearing ankle where he makes jump cuts to his side, the outside side. So that scares me. But the only thing I can say is if we can pick on Banks a lot, we can score. If we pick on Banks
or Hawkins, one or the other.
I like Banks. I mean, even though he's the ball hawk, I think he's the better of the two. I want to go after Banks.
His release, he needs to work on his release if he's playing man. In
Gotcha.
zone, he's really good.
Okay.
But his release when he plays man, his release is he got to work on it. So that's where he'll struggle if Wink decides to play man. I don't know what he's going to do because he has a lot of exotic schemes he uses.
I agree. I hate to say it, but I'm going Giants here as well. Cowboy Nation, listen.
Well, yeah, pick on the rookie. That's smart.
Oh, yeah, of course. And I think
just like Schmitz.
That's what we talked about that last night. Exactly. If you stunt and twist him, show him things just like Neil last year, Dan. You got to pick on what he hasn't seen. And week 1 is the best time to show you new schemes, new things. Exactly. Test him right away. Make him think. But yeah, I'm going to go Giants here. Let's get into this comments here.
I'm laughing at Steve's comment.
I know. I see it. We'll get to it right coming up. Bubba says Seahawks 24-0. Well, that's a shutout. Wow.
I see him shutting it out.
I don't think the Legion of Boom is coming back yet. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not there yet.
Their offense is really good.
Yes. Giants score. I hate the Cowboys. Well, thank you, Bubba. Thank you so much for believing in my team and loving my team. I appreciate that. Eileen says it's called Aaron Rodgers land. You know what? That's why I call it Jet Life Stadium.
Well, DJ has no title and he does. So
very true, very true. Fuji, you can check him out in a couple of weeks coming back on Fuji's Philly Flair and also Monday down in the Sully Squad. What's going on, Fuji? Also, there he is, the man himself, Joe Sullivan. What's going on, Joe? Host of the Sully Squad on Monday nights, extra innings on Tuesday night, and he will be on the show with you in about 15 to 20 minutes, Dan. He's going to give you hell representing those Philadelphia Eagles, as Adam called it last night, EAGL, no hash ES. You know what I mean? That's what he called them. So he's going to give you some hell tonight. Let's run through the comments real quick, of course. Where's Jimmy Hoff was supposed to be buried?
It's across the street or across in a different lot next to it. Because they built the stadium next to the other one.
Next to it? Okay.
So all right. A little bit to the side.
Okay. I don't remember what score I said yesterday. The boys will win in a good game. Ken, I actually have yours right here. You said 27-23 Cowboys. Yep. See, look at that. You know what, Steve? Come on. Dallas Giants tied 24-24. Seriously, I think New York squeaks it out because
that'd be shocking.
Sucks at week 1 play call. That's the thing. Like, I'm not even going to get into it, Dan. I'm not. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that one. Okay. Do you think Pollard is going to be? Yes, he is going to be on a snap count tonight.
Absolutely.
And that's the other thing, Dan. I know we got another show. We'll do this in about 5 minutes to get out of here. That's one thing that scares me, Dan. I told you last night. Okay. Think about this. Tony Pollard coming off a huge injury last year. We know he is the every down back for us. But remember, Ronald Jones is suspended 2 games. Okay? He's on the shelf for 2 games. You have Rico Dowdy and Deuce Vaughn as your 2-3 back. I
think they'll be using Deuce Vaughn more.
They're going to use Deuce, but Dan, we know we got to get him in space. He can't run up. He can run up the middle in college, but this is the NFL, man. This is the NFL where you have 300-pound linemen doing 4 2s, 4 3s in the 40-yard dash. So it's going to be scary. But he is definitely going to be on the snap count. I will solve this for everyone. Screw everyone but the Jets. Wow. Well, JETS, Dan. JETS, Dan.
It's a Bill Crashland.
I'm not a big Darren Waller fan, but once I was Raider, except for Antonio Brown. So I'll be rooting for Waller to have a great season. for the G-men. But they Ken, not this week. Not this week. Okay, week 2, you can start saying that.
Now Waller's going to be the number 1 guy. I'm interested to see what I think their first play might be to Waller.
Dan, because I told you last night I was keeping it real.
Play action boot to Waller. Watch.
And that's going to be Van Der Esch saying, "Where'd he go?" Just like in the
Waller or
movie.
Bellinger's going to catch the first pass. I think that's going to be the first play.
And what did I say last night? Dallas struggles with tight ends. Goddard, Kittle, even going back to the Hawkinson days, they struggle with tight ends.
A guy like Waller, and it's exactly what they needed.
And then you have Bellinger on the edge too, which more of a pass blocking tight end too.
Decoy
that's
also. Use Waller as a decoy. He'll be open.
Hopefully. Who you guys got winning the Super Bowl? We'll don't answer that, Dan. We'll do our last game. We'll do our last game real quick.
I don't know.
Mr. Scared over there. Boys win. Come on, Mr. Scared. Hey, I keep it real, Dave. You already know. I already told you. I'm going with the Giants this week. Jets in New York on 9/11. In Rodgers we trust 31-28.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Both are the Giants one.
Doesn't Zach Martin want to leave? No, he just signed a huge contract. He's happy. He's home where he belongs. That was the biggest thing we talked about throughout the season for us, the 215 boys. He is signed for 4 years, so we're good to go. He got paid. We're good. No questions asked. But Dan, we have one game here. Monday night. Aaron Rodgers' debut against Josh Allen, Buffalo versus the New York Jets. Where are you going, Dan?
Jets. 31-28.
Jets. I agree. I think the Jets win this game as well. I think it's going to be a very close game. Man, God, I just really don't see Aaron Rodgers with these weapons he has, man. I really do.
He's going to be good if he plays just solid. He's going to be really good with them.
Dave says that's why I'm calling Mr. Fuji. At least he will be on my side. He probably will, but I heard he likes New York Giants in this week as well. So yeah. Last comment, real quick. Fun fact: my mom actually teach Zach Martin when he was in high school. Are you serious?
Wow,
that's insane. He is one of my favorite players because I'm a Notre Dame fan and I've watched him since freshman year at Notre Dame. Him and his brother actually both went to Notre Dame. The other one didn't pan out as well. Or he says, or middle school. That's insane. But Dan, before we get out of here, last thing, let's answer the question. Where the hell was it? Let's answer Bubba's question and we'll get the hell out of here. Who you guys got winning the Super Bowl this year? He has Kansas City back-to-back. Dan, since it is the first episode, we're going to run a tab every week. We're going to put it on side up here. Who gets the most right? We're going to go all the way through 18 weeks here. Let's go. You know what? That's a great question. Let's do the Super Bowl prediction right now, week 1, Dan.
The Chiefs, I guess.
Chiefs and who?
Hold on.
Seattle. Are you serious? Dan, what the hell is that on your screen?
My cat. It's tail.
Holy shit, Dan. That scared the shit out of me.
There's nothing I can do about it.
All I see is this thing moving us. All right, so you have Seattle. Who wins? Chiefs back-to-back?
Chiefs back-to-back, but that's such a premature question right now. I didn't even thought of that.
I know. Me either. I really didn't think about this. He just threw a curveball at us real quick. Oh, man. Okay.
The Chiefs are definitely going to the NFC title game. I think got a great shot to go to the Super Bowl again.
I hate
NFC, the Eagles, the 49ers, Seattle, Dallas. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a very tough question to answer right now.
I know who my NFC team is. I hate to saying it. It's the Eagles. I have the Eagles there.
That's very possible. It could be the Eagles Chiefs again.
You know what? I'm gonna get on somebody's good graces for this show.
It could be the Bengals this time. The Bengals and the Eagles.
Hey, listen, 2 out of 3 years get into the NFC Championship game, one Super Bowl.
So they have a great shot to go also. I would be surprised if it was Bengals, Eagles.
Very true. I mean, the Eagles, I think, are going to be in the NFC, but the AFC
Who else is going to beat the Eagles in the playoffs?
Well, you got Seattle.
Cowboys. I take a team with a good defense.
Niners.
No way, we're not going to Super Bowl.
All right, my AFC team, I'm going to get in good races from somebody on the show here. I'm going to jump out on a limb here, and I'm going to say, you ready for this, Dan?
Yep.
Jets. Jets.
Oh, that would be unbelievable.
I got Jets and Eagles here. It's going to be a battle of 95. They're going to say battle of 95. Screw the Giants. The Jets have taken over 95. It's the battle of 95.
Top 5 defense, probably a top 5 offense.
I agree.
Maybe.
This Magic says, I thought you were being attacked by a puma, Dan.
I thought he was going to sit on my keyboard and close my whole thing out again.
Dan, if that cat sits on your keyboard, it's going to break because that son of a bitch is big. I've seen pictures of that cat.
18 pounds, for fuck's sake.
Good God, put him on the O line somewhere, you know. Bubba says, as a cat owner, I can relate. Let's see.
He's smacking me with his tail.
Yeah, Paul is back on top. See, thank you, Eileen. See, I wanted to get under your good graces, so there it is. Guys, but listen, for myself, Paul Spencer, Dan, of course, Dan has another show in about 10 minutes here. It's the NFC East War Room. Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and what's that last team I forgot? Oh, the Giants.
Who cares?
That team.
I know.
You know, but yeah, check them out, guys. It's going to be a great show. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to everybody that sent me messages in the hospital. I greatly appreciate it. I'm back. I'm alive. We're good to go. So you can't get rid of me because I want to see another Cowboys victory, and I ain't croaking until that happens. So it could be, maybe another half century. I don't know. It's already been a quarter of a century, so who knows, right? Who knows? But Dan, before we get out here, you want to say anything?
Go Big Blue. I hope they wreck Dak Prescott.
Dan, you know what?
Put him on his ass all game.
Oh, God, don't say that, Dan. I just hope I don't have to wear a Daniel Jones jersey.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad, though. There are worse things.
And the best thing is Evan can wear my Quincy Carter jersey.
Yep.
All right. All right, Dan, you ready to get out of here, brother?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Thursday night, 6 p.m. as well, giving you our week 2. Who's going to win? Dan, me. It's a long season. We'll see. Stay tuned next week.
Thanks, everybody.